Welcome to another episode of Josh and Kelly. I have to hold on to Josh while we walk because it's a very uneven terrain and a lot of branches and rocks.
Yeah, but this is White Clay Creek State Park here in Delaware. We thought we'd do an episode closer to home because next week we leave for Florida and we'll have probably 2 or 3 episodes of our trip coming up with that, and that's kind of a big one. So this week's a bit closer to home, but this is probably one of the biggest state parks in the state, and it's nice. I mean, it's middle of winter, so everything is kind of like gray, but I like that. Not everybody does. I like that, so that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to show you. If you jumped out of your seat at that last clip, I'm sorry. She came right at us and right at the camera. So
that was funny.
Yeah, it'll scare somebody, I'm sure.
She has so much energy. When we first get somewhere, she just wants to run and take off. And luckily, it's really quiet remote here today, so she can do it. And we always have her on the e-collar, but it's nice when she can have that freedom to roam.
Yeah, it's good for her to be able to run free and sniff and smell and, you know, be a dog.
This way.
As usual, somebody's really enjoying themselves. Go in there and wash your paws off, girl. Look at the state of them.
Do you know what river this is?
It's not a river, it's a creek. My guess is that it's White Clay.
Since we're in White Clay Creek State Park.
Stocked with trout. Not that we're gonna fish, but for those who do, it's a good spot. Kelly was adamant she had to try this.
I didn't even like heights.
I know, she doesn't like heights. I don't know what she's doing on there. Soph will do it. You can go all the way up to the root.
I chickened out. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but I changed my mind.
I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see.
I was okay till I got up in the middle. I just felt like I didn't want to fall. Oh! You gonna try it again, girl?
A little bit soft on the foot. It's rotten. It's a little bit soft on the foot.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Come. Good girl.
Some fungal growth here on it as well, which is very moist and slippery, which again doesn't help. There it is. So here we go again, just like the end of every walk, in the mud. Got to clean her off before we take her in the van. She's been into everything. Come here, girl.
But the water is warm. We had the hot water heater.
Yep, it's going nice and warm. Successfully cleaned. Now we can get her inside without any more mud getting on her. I think that was successful. She's cleaner and drier. She got a little nick on her paw. I'm going to see if I can show you that, because she goes running around like a crazy nut all the time. And when she was jumping down those embankments towards the water, some of those are really rocky, and I think she probably cut herself on a rock as she was launching herself off there. But I'll show you that, but it's just typical for her. So, somewhere back here, there it is. You can just see it right there. That's typical of her. It's very typical of her, and she always comes out with a little wound of some sort from all her craziness. So we are obviously back in the van, and we've come to a shop, and Kelly's gone in to use the head, and we're going to have lunch here, and then we're going someplace special after that, and someplace that we like to go, but this is a unique one, and we'll show you that too. But first, some lunch.
Very good.
So lunch is chicken salad sandwiches in a wrap with some nice pickles on them.
Yum.
Very tasty. And in addition to that, I'm making some butternut squash soup. So we are having both chicken salad sandwiches and soup. I didn't really film much in terms of the preparation or all that, because it's a pretty simple kind of meal. Not exactly the kind of thing to film, so just showing what we're having, but not really filming it.
Where are we, Josh?
So we are at Bing's Bakery in Newark. It's on Main Street in Newark, in Delaware. This is a bakery. I've got memories going back probably 40, 50 years for this. My grandmother used to love coming to Bing's and getting it, and it's still here, and they still do a lot of the same stuff. So those are some, I guess what you might call traditional things that I get here. Some Hammondstassen. There's like a raisin cookie that I get here too. I'll show them to you. But we're gonna head in there and get some good stuff.
Yum.
Give me 1 second, I will get a price and I'll be right back. I don't know. I said,
So Kelly just ran into the bank. She's coming back now. And I am making us a cup of tea. While we're waiting, here she comes.
Here she comes to save the day.
So this is what we got at the bakery. Kelly got a Linzer and a brownie. And I got this, which is the raisin cookie, 2 Hammenstassen, and then 2 of these, which were lemon drops. And this raisin cookie, let me move the Hammenstassen out of the way so you can see it, is, I think, unique to them. You see just around there, you can see the raisins peeking out of it. But it's in this soft dough. It's not hard at all. It's nice and soft, like almost like a little sandwich thing. It's quite nice. Kelly is not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
She's not a fan of that.
I like raisins, but I like what I got, that brownie.
I like it. All right, so this is Kelly eating the brownie. What do you think?
It's so dense. It's delicious. I had trouble getting my fork through it.
That sounds like it's a good kind of brownie. Take a second bite just so we know the...
It's so good. It's so
opinion doesn't
chocolatey
change.
rich, and it's really super thick. I don't know. Some people like the... I like the cake style, but this dense part, the dense type, is really good too.
Second bite's as good as the first?
Better. That was so good.
Now that you've finished it, give us the final verdict.
It was so good. It was so dense and creamy and tasty. I didn't even wait for my tea to get finished. I just got my tea, and I'm not the most patient person when it comes to eating desserts. So, I'm trying to...
Ready for the next one?
I don't know. Maybe.
So I'm going to start with the lemon drop. Just because it's a little different. I like them though. They're very tasty. Very crumbly and soft texture on the inside, almost like glazed on the outside. And the glaze has got lemon flavor, but so does the actual dough.
Can I try it?
What, you want some? Huh? Is that what you're trying to do? Trying to steal my cookie?
I missed out last time.
There you go. So Kelly's behind the camera eating it. What do you think? Give us your opinion.
It's good. It's very light and lemony, fresh. Not as rich and chocolatey as my brownie.
It's not heavy. It's pretty light in flavor and all that. But
reminds me of the ricotta cookies that I like a lot, but not quite as lemony, because they have a little bit of a lemon taste.
Yeah, this is
same
similar.
kind of text. Yeah, but you have a denser icing on that one.
Yeah.
I could definitely go for those.
Yeah, they're tasty. Very tasty. So I still have mine. This is an apricot Hammenstassen. And that is the raisin square. I might go for the raisin square next, just so you can see what it's like on the inside. So I'm going to have some of my tea first. If it's cold enough to drink. Might be too hot.
You don't have to worry about me asking for a bite of that one.
No, I don't. Should have gotten more. Okay, so this is the raisin square. You can see all that raisin goodness coming out of it there.
It's really not that sweet, though, is it?
It's not overly sweet. Oh, that's good. It's like a pastry dough that it's wrapped in. And then there's the raisins that are in a almost like a glazed gelatin kind of surround. And yeah, it's very tasty.
Yeah, Hammenstassen.
My Hammenstassen
Hammenstassen.
is good. This one is the apricot one. I've got a raspberry one too. I think I prefer the raspberry, although the apricot is very good. I just prefer the flavor of the of the raspberry. But this is good. They normally sell big ones of this as well. I mean, like that size. And they're cherry. They didn't have any today. I don't know if they stopped making them, but they just sold out for today. So we got the mini ones instead, but they're good.
That
They're
looks
very good.
looks so much like my Linzer cookie. I do want to take a bite of it. I don't think I can eat
It's
whole
the
thing.
same. It's probably the same dough, the same filling. It's probably just a different shape from the Linzer.
Because mine had that should
And that's
be,
about it.
that's raspberry, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's probably the same. Everything is that. The hummus sauce is just a different shape. That's all. Okay, so Kelly is now going to try her Linzer. You can see there, there's a lot of filling in between the two kind of cookies as well. So that's a pretty big one.
I've had these before, but never this size.
Yes, no, maybe?
It's okay.
Well, you're saying it's okay. This one is saying, oh, it's all yes. I would scarf that down in a second. Wouldn't you, Soph?
I'm trying to figure out the flavor. Because I'm not a cherry fan. I wonder if it's cherry.
Could be cherry. Look of it.
I thought it was raspberry.
Yeah. Well,
That means
that Hammenstassen there is raspberry. You could have that and I could finish your Linzer cookie.
All right.
I'm
Let's
all
do it.
right. I'm all right with cherry.
I think you're getting a little more. A little more.
What a shame.
So I was right. It was cherry. And I had to twist his rubber arm for him to eat it for me.
Yeah, she really took a lot of convincing for me to swap over to this. But I took one for the team.
And his raspberry Hammenstassen. Did I say that right again?
Mm-hmm.
It was very good. So I enjoyed that. So it was a good switch.
Yeah, this is good.
So
It's very tasty.
that explains why I didn't care for it, because I'm not a fan of the cherry flavor for some reason.
I like it.
Josh confirmed it's cherry, which is why I didn't care for it. And I just finished his raspberry. So it was good. You like it?
And she twisted my rubber arm to finish hers, and you know I'll cope with that. It's good. I like it. So we have thoroughly and completely demolished all those things in the bakery. I don't even know if there's crumbs left. They're gone, all of it.
Sad but true.
Yeah. So we are going to wind this up here and say thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And as always, please, like, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And if you really want to help the channel out even further, then click on the link below for our Patreon page. And we're still going to do a video at some point explaining more about what Patreon is. It's a way of kind of subscribing in a paid way. I think it's like $5 a month, but you get no ads, and you also get exclusive content. And you have also available for other exclusive things that happen that we put only on Patreon that we don't have as part of YouTube. But with that said, next week will be a little warmer, if you get my drift. We're heading south.
Hopefully no beanie and winter jacket for me.
Yeah, it should be a very different kind of trip. So we'll see you then.
Thanks for stopping by and sharing our story with us. See you out there.
See you out there.